If you're wanting to improve your aerobic capacity, how do you know if you're going too hard? Let's take a look. When you're looking to improve your maximum aerobic function, there's a multitude of benefits that come with it. When you're training predominantly aerobically, you're burning more body fat for fuel than you are stored sugar. So when someone comes to me and says that they want to increase their lean muscle mass and melt away body fat, the best thing you can do is continuous low heart rate training. When we're looking at the idea of improving maximum aerobic function, one of the long-term benefits of this is when it does come time for you to be doing top-end speed work, whether that be intervals and or racing, the number one limiting factor in the human body will always be the ability to deliver oxygen. So when we're looking at building an aerobic engine, you actually need to make sure that you're not letting your heart rate go too high. If you go to the description box below this video, you're going to see there's a link to my resource page, and there is a very simple spreadsheet that you can download and use immediately. What you do is based on the discipline that you're doing, you get a max heart rate number, you get your 4-week resting heart rate, and you plug those two numbers in and it auto-populates all 5 energy zones. Now, when you head out the door, and let's just say you're going to do a day of training, and the goal is that you want to enhance your aerobic engine, you want to melt body fat away, this is where the top end of zone 2 is going to be your glass ceiling. Probably one of the most popular frustrations that we see is that people will put the exercise time in, not get the results that they want, but not understand why. And this is usually the culprit. They're going too hard on their easy days. If you've followed me for any period of time, you know I'm a big advocate of predominantly aerobic training because it reduces what we refer to as oxidative stress. If you go and you research subjects such as free radicals, oxidative stress, those are the things that are released when your heart rate is extremely elevated. Those free radicals, the oxidative stress, is what causes premature aging. This is what overworks our adrenals. It puts you onto a fast track of adrenal fatigue. So when you're looking at doing an aerobic workout, what we want to make sure is that you're not letting the heart rate get too high, because now you've crossed that threshold and you're no longer working aerobically. If you stop and you think about the two words aerobic and anaerobic, it just means that you're working with the presence of oxygen in the blood, working without the presence of oxygen in the blood, or at least you're seeing a diminishment of the oxygen in the blood. Start super strong and then start to run out of breath, you're going anaerobic. The beautiful part about it, that's why we call it the lactate tolerance anaerobic threshold. You'll notice threshold and tolerance. Those are words that represent, it can be adjusted, it can be improved upon. So this is where training very systematically, training with specific heart rate zones, yields an enormous return on the investment of time you're putting in. I hope you'll take the time to download the spreadsheet. I hope you'll take the time to do the max heart rate. When you do a current max heart rate assessment, you're obviously plugging in your current level of fitness into the spreadsheet, and you train with that for 6 to 8 weeks. It maximizes your productivity. If you have any questions about the spreadsheet, or if you ever have a question or something that I could help try to break down and maybe clarify or debunk, please feel free to send it to me directly. contact@coachrobb.com. If you're new, thank you so much for joining us today. Please remember to like and subscribe and turn on the notifications. We are putting out a video every day here on YouTube. So with that in mind, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.